Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am Rue and today we are doing a bit of a different video. Today we're going to be playing with all products that I am trying to use up in my collection. There will be a few exceptions, such as the eyeshadow palette. I'm not really someone who pushes to use up a palette. I'm someone who tries to use majority of my palettes pretty evenly. So I would rather use this once, use everything once, and then use it again kind of thing. Not that that's exactly how I do it. I do pick and choose between my palettes what I'm in the mood for, but I do make a conscious effort of using everything I own. So eyeshadow palettes, I'm not really a big focus on panning kind of person. I'm just using what I own, and that's what's most important to me. My other products though, I do have a few things that I'm trying to get used up because A, they're older. I have a couple that are similar color stories. Maybe they're drying out a little bit, or I'm worried they will dry out because of how old they are. Just things like that are kind of going to be the reasoning as to why they're in this video. But yeah, we are featuring the Bloom palette for this look. I'm very excited to be jumping in. I haven't played with that palette in a little while here. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop in and create this look together. Alrighty guys, so for my eye primer, I did already prime with my Morphe eye primer. This one I'm not necessarily trying to use up, I just know I will use it up because it's the only eye primer I have right now, and I do have a backup of it because I bought 3 when the Morphe stores were going out of business here in Canada. For eyeshadow, I really don't try to pan anything. My goal is always to just use everything pretty equally, because if it's in my collection and I'm not using it, why is it in my collection? So I did decide to go into the Bloom palette today just because it's been a little while since I played with this one. And on top of that, I picked a single shadow that I am trying to use up. I'm trying to use 3 out of 4 of them up. The one I'm not trying to use up is the most used up because it's my favorite. But I don't really care about singles, so I'm trying to get them used up. So this is from Gamebeauty, and it's in the shade Necronomicon. It's from the Gamebeauty Persona 5 collection. So I wanted to play with that today, so I just picked a palette that I thought would work well with that. So let's create a pretty eye look. We're gonna go ahead and start with Such a Buttercup here. And then I'm also gonna be using, what are you? Blooming Around, because I think those will work really well with the kind of shift that is in my Gamebeauty shifty shadow. So we're gonna put Such a Buttercup on the inner part of the lid and crease. I really do like this palette so far, but there's really no lighter shades to it, so I typically do have to pull in something a little bit lighter, which I'll probably just use the blush that I've chosen for the video just to pop in my brow bone. I also want to pop that on the lower lash line. I think I'm going to do basically the same thing on the lower lash line as I'm doing on the lid. So, and then I'll probably pop something really bright on the inner corner just because this whole look is going to be quite deep. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's grab Blooming Around next. And I just want to place it on this outer edge and just build it up. Yeah, I think these are going to be the perfect shades for that shifty shadow. I think it'll look really cute. There's like a dry spot right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sure a lash will hide it, but I don't know why that's happening. And I'm also gonna grab, where'd my brush go? Blooming Around for the lower lash line as well. And I'm just gonna have it nice and tight to the waterline. Now, before I go in with that shifty shade, I am just gonna grab a little bit of my blush. This is my Zeesea Beauty blush. I got it in an Eyescream Beauty Box. And basically the reason this one is being featured in the video is because I have another pink blush like it that I like the packaging of better. It's one of the ColourPop Sailor Moon blushes, and they're very similar in shade, so I just want to get this one used up. Even though my Sailor Moon one is older and like a smart person would use the Sailor Moon one up sooner, I love the packaging of it, so I just I'm using this one up sooner. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to pop that in the brow bone just so it was nice and easy to soften the edges. I will have to re-intensify the mattes now because it kind of got a little bit further down than I meant for it to, but that's fine. This one dry patch right here is bothering me. It's probably just my eye, like a dry spot on my skin that's making it look funny, but it is bugging me. I don't think it has anything to do with the shadow though. I'm just gonna clarify that. All right, that'll be good enough for now. Sorry if the lighting is off for this video. I'm testing out a new little light that I brought in, and I'm hoping it makes things better, but I don't know until I play around with the settings and get it to how I like it. Where is my glitter primer? We're gonna go in with my Unearthly Glimmer Grasp. Again, this is just the only glitter primer I have in my collection, but I do think I prefer the NYX one, although this is a really nice big container, which I like. But I do think I prefer my NYX one. It's tough to say, but this is the only one I have, so obviously it's going to get used up. And I'm just going to pop that glitter primer right in the center where there's no shadow laid down first, and then I'm just going to like lightly add that Glimmer Grasp onto either side. Now we're gonna pick up Necronomicon, just with the same brush I picked up the Glimmer Grasp with, and we're just gonna lay it down in the center. I might have better luck picking it up on my finger. It's kind of laying down. I might try picking some up with my finger, and I'm just kind of like gently feathering it out into the mattes a little bit. I think that was a really good shade though. Like this color combo works really, really well together. That's gorgeous. I'm just gonna try and clean up here a little bit. And then we're gonna take, I have very little Glimmer Grasp left, but it should be enough. And we're gonna pop that in the center of the lower lash line. And picking up just a little bit more of that Necronomicon and running it along in between those two mattes. Okay, there is some watering on this eye. My eyes water pretty easily. It should stop by the time I'm done the other eye, so I'm not too worried about it. I can always do touch-ups, but we are gonna do something on the inner corner and brow bone. I'm thinking, I mean, we could just go with this. Oh, and then, yeah, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Just in the spirit of using things I'm trying to use up, rather than pulling in another eyeshadow palette, which I wanted to do. I wanted to pull in my Blend Bunny Efflorescence palette. We're not gonna do that. This is something I've been trying to use up for so long. It's from Wet n Wild. It's completely destroyed, and I'm trying really hard to use it up. It is technically a highlighter, but we're gonna use it on the inner corner and brow bone, and then we're gonna top it with one of the Wet n Wild Glitterally Obsessed that I have that's dried out, and I'm also trying to use up. So I can't really tell you the shade of this one, but we're gonna pick it up and just pop it on the inner corner and on the brow bone. Now I'm just gonna grab a little bit more glitter primer, just because my Glitterally Obsessed is dried out and I want it to stick still. So I have a couple that are in my use up pile. This one is A Firework. This is what she looks like. And I'm just trying to loosen up a little bit of the product and pop it in the brow bone. That's looking really good. I want to try to make sure I don't get any big chunks for in the inner corner, because some of the chunks are like little stars and stuff, which is really cute, but I don't necessarily want them that close to the eye and also in such a small spot. That's looking really, really cute. All right, next up, we're gonna go in with a black waterline. This is from Wet n Wild. It's Baby's Got Black, and I do really like this pencil. I have nothing against it. I might even repurchase it once I use it up, but it is the black I'm trying to use up at the moment. I have one more to use once this one is empty, but this one is the one I'm prioritizing when I do a black. I know you're not supposed to pull the eye down when you do this, but I do. I cannot help it. And I never do up here, but I hear it helps with the makeup look. It's just so much more sensitive to me than the lower waterline, so I never do this, but I should, just to get used to it. Either way, we're also going to go in with Air from Illuminati, just to give it a little hint of purple. This one, I'm not necessarily trying to use it up, but I've been enjoying it, so it probably will get used up decently quickly. I don't know, but I do really like it. And I think that's a great match for the purple on the lid. Now, I'm actually onto a brand new mascara. This is from Essence. It's the Lash Princess. I bought a pack of like 4 to split between me and then also fill my mom's stocking with a couple mascaras because she was out for a while. So I think I put 2 in hers and then I kept 2 for myself. It was like a little 4-pack. So this isn't necessarily something I'm trying to use up either. I literally just opened it right now in front of you for the first time, but it's going to be my only black mascara open at the moment because I try not to open multiple mascaras at a time. I try to just open one and use it. If there's a colored mascara or something, that's different because I have a navy one open and I have a primer open that gives me like a minty lash, which I like. I feel like it's doing a really nice job making my lashes look massive. That's really nice, actually. Okay, and like these were cheap. I think I paid 20 bucks for a pack of 4-ish. I did just add a little bit too much. I got overzealous, so I'm just gonna brush them out a little bit. Cute. Actually, I really like what that did for my lashes, and for so cheap. I know they have colored ones. I should go buy those because I'm actually really impressed with this. That's nice. Okay, so I did have a little bit of fallout. I'm not worried about it. I don't know what else I want to do for the eyes. I will do lashes, maybe some gems, maybe some graphic liner. Do I have any? My light's on top of my liner pack. Okay, so I pulled out a couple liners here. 2 of them are from the Gamebeauty collection. I have more colors, but I think these are the colors that would work best. One's a darker blue, one's a bit of a lighter blue, as well as my black liner from Hip Dot. One side of this is already dried out, so it's definitely one I'm prioritizing using up. And then these are getting older, so it definitely doesn't hurt to start trying to use them up as well. So maybe I'll go with the lighter blue one. This one is in Fox. Let's see if it still works. Oh gosh, bear with me. I don't know how much of this I'll keep in the video. Cute. And then we're gonna do like a swoosh more. Oop, maybe pull it down a little bit. Okay, cute. Okay, I might add a little bit down here once I touch up because my eye was watering a little bit. Let me try touching that up. So just putting a little bit more of such a buttercup down here. And then what I think I want to do, just... And then... That's okay. Okay, good enough. That's everything I'm gonna do for the moment. I'll probably add gems still, but I'm just gonna hop off and catch this side up and clean up the fallout. Then I'll come back to finish off the rest of the face together. Alrighty guys, we are back and the eyes are all caught up. So I did kind of lose my 2 matching alligator clips, so I only have 1 right now. So excuse the fact that I look really weird. But we're gonna start with my Unearthly Satin Sorcery Face Primer. This isn't necessarily something I'm planning, like, wanting to use up per se. I bought it because it was heavily discounted, and my other primer that I like is about $20. So I use that one when I need to go somewhere because it has sunscreen in it, which is nice, and I just do really like that primer. But today I'm just hanging out at home, getting a few things checked off my to-do list, although I am running a little bit behind on what I plan to do, but it's okay. But this one I do use quite often, especially because a lot of the days I have time to really sit down and enjoy doing makeup. I don't really have a ton to go and do, so I use this one quite a bit, but I do use this one for work and stuff as well. And I don't dislike it. It's a pretty good primer. I just really do love my e.l.f. Suntouchable one. So for foundation, I'm just gonna let that sit for a few minutes. My eyes always end up a little bit uneven. It drives me crazy. So for my foundation, we're gonna go in with my blurring skin tint from Covergirl. I do not like this. I'm definitely trying to get it used up and out of my collection. But I went for a girls' day with some of my family a little bit ago. And I mixed this foundation in with my daily face moisturizer. And I liked that application as a very light coverage application. So that's what we're gonna do today. I just scooped up a little bit of my ingredients here. I feel like my light changed. Hold on. I just feel more pale. I don't know. But I went in with my ingredients. Face moisturizer. I just put it on the back of my hand, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix it with this foundation, and I hope it works again because it worked the other day and I was pretty happy with it. So I'm just gonna blend them together and basically moisturize my face with it. I don't like applying my foundation like this normally, but it's one of the few ways that I got a decently even and smooth application of this product. I've been playing around with it a lot, just trying to find ways to use it, and mixing it with a moisturizer as a very light coverage is not the worst. So this is literally all I did. I just put it on my face, and obviously, like, I'm a little lazier with when it's just moisturizer. I don't really make sure it's as even, but this is probably not a bad way to make sure that I am moisturizing nice and evenly. And I think I had a tinted moisturizer. I think my Wet n Wild one was a tinted moisturizer, but it applied like a normal foundation really well. Whereas whatever this is, the blurring skin tint, since it's a tint, I thought it would be really easy to apply a nice and light coverage, but it just is not the best application. I've struggled through it. Some days it looks good, some days it really doesn't. It's just does whatever it feels like. I don't know why. Honestly, it's a little lighter coverage than I'd like. It's not even getting rid of my redness completely. And I've got decent skin. It's not like I have super problematic skin. It's mainly like that nose area. Last time I didn't have so much redness still. It just didn't apply at all to my nose area. See, this product, I think I find a way to make it work, and then I try it a second time and it doesn't work. This time I just grabbed the foundation. I'm hoping, since my skin is still soaking in the moisturizer, it gives me a little time to blend it. That'll have to do. It's not the worst. I've definitely had it be worse before. So for liquid blush that I'm trying to use up, it's actually just going to be this Bratz one from Beauty Creations. It's in Unforgettable Night. I don't know why my brain decided that I needed... Ooh, I did not mean to do that. It's fine. I don't know why my brain decided that this is on my list to use up, but it just is. So I've been grabbing it a lot, not because I love it. It's not like my favorite or anything. Just because my brain is like, I want this out of my collection. And I don't dislike it. I really don't know why this became a use up item, but it is. I have been like, usually when I grab it, my brain is like, ooh, yay, another use out of this. Even though I do like the product, I don't know. I don't know why my brain did that, but. So yeah, I usually just plop it on and then like blend it out with this type of brush. And that's pretty intense, so usually what I'll do is fix it with my foundation, but since I hate my foundation, it's fine. We're gonna use extra powder, and it'll go back to... This is aggressive, though, I'm not gonna lie. It just sucks because my brush doesn't actually have any product on it. I also just washed my brushes, like, since the last time I did my makeup, so there's literally nothing on this brush, but it's fine. For cream highlight, this came in broken, and it's an eyeshadow stick that's hard to read the name of, so I'm just trying to use it up. I do like how sparkly it is. It is pretty, but I don't know, my brain's just like, get this used up. So, and that one just came in, but since it came in broken with only about half the product, it's should get used up twice as fast as it normally would because it's broken. Okay, we're gonna try and fix that blush. I don't think it looks as aggressive on camera as it does in person, but we're going in with my CoverGirl Clean Invisible. This is in Buff Beige, and my manager actually gave this to me. I already hit pan on it, which is exciting, but it's not my favorite product. I don't dislike it with a brush, but this powder puff it came with, I don't like, so I just always use a brush. And I honestly like to set my entire face before going in with powder products or other powder products like blush and highlight. So I'm just going to I'm also just really gonna powder where the blush is because it's a little intense. I brought it way too far down. I don't know what happened. I accidentally put some way too far down and grabbed way too much. I don't know. I need to buy more alligator clips. It's funny because some products, once I get close to using it up, I'll use it less because I don't want to empty it out. But then some products, I get so excited. I'm like, ooh, yeah, let's get this used up. I have one single shadow that I love, and it's probably half empty, and I've been really trying not to use it as much until I can find a replacement. And I don't care if the replacement's in a palette or if it's a single again. I just want a replacement for it. But then these other ones that I have, I'm just like, no, I want to use them up. Okay, I think everything is set enough. Again, I'm not a huge fan of that setting powder personally, so it's on my use up list. I cannot wait to get it used up. Oh, and this foundation, oh my gosh. I feel like there's still so much in it, and I use it all the time just to try and get it out. Let's see, how's everything looking? Not so great, but it's fine. I don't really want to use this blush, but we're going to. It's the same blush that I pulled out for my brow bone, and you already know why I'm using this one up. I just have something similar in cuter packaging that I'd rather keep. And I know I could have decluttered this and gave it to someone, but I already have some that I've put in a declutter pile, and I don't feel like everything needs to go in a declutter as long as I'm willing to use it, right? I have a blush palette and a single blush that I haven't even used, so I'm probably gonna resell them. But because I did use this one, I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to use it up. And I mean, if it ends up in a declutter at some point, it is what it is. But I try not to declutter a lot of stuff. I have to really dislike something to declutter it, typically. Why is this side just not getting the pigment? Maybe it's just the lighting, because I have a light on this side now. Ooh, that's gonna frick me up, isn't it? Okay, do I want some on my nose? Moving on to highlighter, we're using this Wet n Wild one that, like you already know, I am trying to get used up. There's just so much product still. So I always like kind of just run it along, and then I'll fluff it out with my blush brush to kind of blend them together. So now I'm going back in with my blush brush and just kind of like diffusing. All right, let's go ahead and throw on some brows. This is my only brow pencil. This is from Essence. It's the Eyebrow Design. It's okay, but I think I want to go back to the e.l.f. Twist Up brow pencil thingy. I did really like that one. This one, I have to sharpen it all the time, and I feel like the product is being used up faster. Although maybe it's just because I'm doing my makeup more often, whereas when I bought the e.l.f. one, I wasn't doing my makeup as frequently. I was kind of on a bit of a lull because my mirror was or my light didn't work anymore. It broke, and I don't have good light, so I need light to do my makeup. So I kind of wasn't able to do makeup properly for a while. That was before I came back onto YouTube here. So maybe it didn't feel like I was using it up as fast because of that, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think I want to buy the e.l.f. one to try it again. There's also one from Morphe, but you can't buy Morphe in Canada unless you order online. And shipping to Canada is crazy. I see all these small, like, content creators getting so much PR from the brands that I'm dying to be noticed by, and it's because they're in the States, so shipping to them is nothing. It doesn't really cost them anything to ship to them, so they get all this PR, and then I want that so bad, but not bad enough to go to the US, don't get me wrong, no offense. I'm happy here in Canada, but shipping to Canada is so expensive that for a brand to take a chance on you is crazy. Like, the fact that I have any PR coming into me is just mind-blowing because I know how crappy it is to ship to Canada. Even within Canada, shipping is insane. But why did I talk about that? I don't know where that came from. I swear there was a reason, but we're going in with the ColourPop Bumble Lippy Pencil. As you can see, it's very small. I thought it would be used up by now. It's not, but just because it's so small is why it's on my use up list. I do like this one. I hope when I'm editing, I see why my brain started talking about other small content creators getting PR. And not easily. I know they're working hard, obviously. It's just, In Canada, I think people don't want to ship stuff out to you unless they really, really think it'll be worth it. So it's harder as a smaller content creator. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I do just want to say I really do appreciate when people send me PR because I know that sending it to Canada is expensive and sucky. I'm trying to open this. Do I want a lipstick too? I have so many lippies that technically I want to use up. Let's add just a little bit of my Wet n Wild Video Vixen. This one, it's pretty close to empty, I think, because it was a tried and true for a while, a long time ago. But I have quite a few Wet n Wild and Jeffree Star lipsticks that I would eventually like to get used up. Not because I don't want them anymore, but because they are so old. The Jeffree Star stuff I kind of just don't want in my collection anymore, just because it's not a brand I support anymore, but I'm still going to use what I paid for. This one is from Aether Beauty. It's in Solar Flare, and it's on my use up list just because it's so tiny. And I ended up liking it. It's a really pretty gloss. I just figured it wouldn't be too hard to use up because of the size. So, is that everything I'm putting on today? Am I just going to stay in my pajamas for the photos? I'm going to stay in my pajamas to finish off this video. I'm just going to zoom you guys out a little bit. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. I think it turned out really, really pretty. The skin looks okay considering my methods, which you saw. I don't really have a lot to say. I mean, I don't dislike most of the products that I used here. The biggest ones I dislike is this one, and then I'm not like a huge fan of this one. It's probably fine with a good foundation, but I'm using it with a crappy foundation, so it veers my opinion on this one. But yeah, everything else I do really enjoy. It's just a matter of fact of I don't want these to dry out, so I do need to use them more. And then certain, like, I want to use up my things. It's literally that simple. So for the most part, these are products that I do enjoy. It's not a lack of liking them and wanting them in my collection. It's more so just wanting to use what I own and actually see myself using things up while still also bringing things into my collection. So that's kind of all this was. I had a lot of fun playing with everything. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really do want to try and use the things I own while still trying new things, because, you know, it's all about balance, and when things come into my collection, making sure they are still getting used, and if not, finding a home that is gonna use them is important too. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have a specific product you're really trying super hard to use up, let me know what it is down below. The one I'm really trying to use up, honestly, is going to be this Wet n Wild highlighter, just because it's broken. I don't know the shade name anymore. It's a pretty shade, but it's super annoying because of the condition it's in. So this is the one where I'm like, I want this used up. I want this out of my collection. Everything else is stuff that I am definitely wanting to use and using consistently, but that is the main one that it's like an active thing that I'm constantly thinking, how can I use this one up? Like, anytime I have a look that is cool toned and I'm able to use it, I use it, kind of thing. So yeah, if you have a specific thing you're really trying hard to use up, let me know what it is down in the comments below, and let me know why. Is it just an older product? Is it something you've already hit pan on, so you just have that push to keep using it? Let me know. With that said though, if you did enjoy this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like this type of content, I post about twice a week, and you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Basically all that does is just bookmark my page so it's nice and easy for you to find. And yeah, with that said guys, I guess that's it for this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye!